Live from KSAT 12, the Night Beat starts right now.
You've probably noticed it's cooling down very quickly in San Antonio. The front has hit and we're feeling the effects.
So how low will it go? Let's get to meteorologist Adam Caskey for the latest. Adam?
It's hard to believe that just a handful of hours ago we were right near 80 degrees here in San Antonio. Now we're down to 53 and quickly falling. North wind has kicked in. That's the cold front. It's steady at 14 miles per hour and even gusting up to 22. So we're feeling the wind and that's pushing in the colder air. So when we wake up, we'll be right around 40 degrees. A little bit of dampness as well. We'll have some sprinkles and it's just going to be blustery. A windy and cold day tomorrow. A north wind likely at 15 to 25. Even a slight chance of some wet snowflakes by tomorrow night. I'll talk about that in more detail in a few minutes. But one thing to remember, we will have a quick temperature rebound. The whole forecast coming right up.
Up and down we go. Thank you, Adam. TxDOT also watching the weather tonight. Here's a live look at TransGuide. Earlier today, we're told crews were prepping for any winter weather conditions ahead. Drivers always reminded to watch your speed. Make sure you keep enough distance between you and the car in front of you. Two other news at 10, a Southwest community worried about its safety after an early morning fire forced some of them out of their homes. Arson investigators trying to determine the exact cause of that fire near General Hudnell and Billy Mitchell.
As the night team's Patty Santos reports, this isn't the first fire at this apartment complex.
By the time I came to see it, that fire spread quick. It was huge fast. It was scary, very scary.
Bridget Morales was one of 6 families displaced by an early morning fire at the Preserve at the Port Apartments Tuesday morning.
My neighbor upstairs, she came banging on our doors, letting us know because I didn't hear anything.
The building where the fire started on the 400 block of Cropsey Avenue was vacant, but it's connected to an occupied building.
Didn't know what to expect, just being take nothing out, just our dog and our kids.
After more than 3 hours, families in units that were not burned were allowed to go back home, but some quickly realized it was a bad idea.
Just kept smelling like smoke, and then it affected us.
What were the symptoms that you guys were feeling?
Itchy eyes, itchy throat, coughing, and just like wanting to throw up.
A few are seeking safety outside of their homes tonight.
I'm taking my voucher that Red Cross gave me and I'm going to look for another apartment.
But this isn't the first time fires have impacted families in this apartment complex. In 2018, nearly a dozen vehicles under a port in that complex caught fire. That same year, crews responded to a 2-alarm fire that affected 20 units. In 2017, a man was killed in an apartment fire and others were displaced in yet another fire.
Hi, ma'am.
Management declined to speak with us. Online reports show there have been 6 arson police reports in that area surrounding the apartment complex since June of 2017. Tenants are concerned this latest fire might have been intentional.
I fear for my life because that person is still out there.
And it's unclear how long it will take investigators to determine the cause of that fire. We do know that it happened very early in the morning. It was a 2-alarm fire, and we also know that it was about $100,000 in damages. Steve, EC's.
Thank you, Patty. New on the night beat, a shakeup for the city of Leon Valley. The Leon Valley police chief will serve as the interim city manager. The city council making that decision tonight after accepting the resignation of its current city manager. Kelly Kinsler has served in that position since 2015. Her resignation will go into effect on May the 1st. The city council voted 4-1 to approve police chief Joe Salvaggio to serve as interim for 18 months. That means the assistant police chief, Ruben Salcedo, will serve as interim police chief. Kinsler said she is not leaving her post due to the city's recent turmoil.
She lost her life at the young age of 7. Tonight, family and friends remembered Avery Favela. During a candlelight vigil, Avery died in a crash on Highway 90 over the weekend. The night team's Japhanie Gray spoke with her family, who is just trying to cope with this unexpected loss.
Even when you're serving God, the question was like, how can it happen to you?
Tonight was a somber night for the family and friends of 7-year-old Avery Favela, a little girl who was killed in a major crash on Highway 90 Saturday evening.
Her middle name says it all, Faith.
It is that faith that brought loved ones together during a candlelight vigil held near the location of the crash site. Pink balloons representing Avery's favorite color and a unicorn that she loved were present tonight in honor of this happy and joyful child.
She reminded me of my daughter. She was always very cheerful, and she just loved being surrounded by her family.
And Avery, we will see you one day in heaven.
We'd always love to go shopping, and then after church, we would always go get bean and cheese tacos.
Her grandmother, Edna Arce, says when she got the call, she rushed to the hospital where Avery's mother and stepfather were also being treated for their injuries.
They were pretty, beaten up, and broken ribs, bruises, there was blood. I mean, it was just, I don't remember all the details. I just know they were in really bad shape. To see them both here, although it's a bad situation about my granddaughter, but I'm also blessed to still be holding my daughter.
She says the pain in their hearts outweigh their physical pain. Arce says though they are hurting, they are blessed by the support from those who loved Avery.
It's a blessing to know that she was loved by so many people, and that's what every child should have.
She says if she had one message for others,
love your family every day, because you never know when it'll be your last. Just keep loving each other in case that's the last time you get to see them. And of course, just always have faith in God.
the family says that Avery's viewing and rosary will be held this Thursday. Her burial scheduled for Friday. San Antonio police say this investigation is still under investigation. Steve, ECs.
Thank you, Jaffney. It's been nearly a year since a warrant was issued for this man's arrest, and authorities still don't know where he is. He's wanted on a charge of child sexual assault. Deputy U.S. Marshal Chris Bozeman tells us about this case in tonight's Crime Fighters Report.
Tonight we need your help because Gilbert Garza is a fugitive and wanted by the United States Marshal Service Lone Star Fugitive Task Force for having an active arrest warrant involving sexual assault of a child. Back in March of last year, a warrant was issued for Garza's arrest following an indictment filed with the Bexar County 437th District Court. The indictment alleged that Garza's sexual assault of a child through physical force and contact. The victim was under the age of 17 years old. Garza is a Hispanic male. He's 45 years of age. He has black hair and brown eyes. He stands 6 feet tall and weighs approximately 190 pounds. His last known place of residence was on the north side of San Antonio. If you have any information that can lead to his arrest, contact the Lone Star Fugitive Task Force at 210-657-8500. And remember, a tip from you tonight can help track down this predator.
Garza isn't the only fugitive wanted right now. To see other people we feature, just head to our website, KSAT.com. We're also looking into what's next for the convicted medical center rapist, Anton Harris. He was sentenced to 99 years for that 2017 rape case, but he was also indicted in 4 other cases in the medical center area. The district attorney now faced with 3 options when it comes to moving forward with those cases. They include going to trial, talking about a plea bargain, or dismissing the cases. Our Paul Venema has the backstory online right now on KSAT.com.
Well, SAWS is reminding San Antonio not to throw wipes or rags down the drain. Crews found the debris along with a tree stump in one of their pipes. This was near West Avenue in Bitters. SAWS posted the pictures online. It is a reminder that SAWS is in charge of 12,000 miles of pipes under San Antonio right now. So they say it's important not to flush these types of objects down the drain. Not only can they lead to stoppages, they can also damage equipment.
It should never happen again. The chairman of the Democratic National Committee calling for a transparent account on what led to the technical issues that led to delayed results in the Iowa caucus. Partial results were released today, nearly 24 hours after yesterday's caucuses kicked off. Again, these are just partial numbers. The numbers show Pete Buttigieg and Bernie Sanders leading that contest. Elizabeth Warren, Joe Biden, and Amy Klobuchar are trailing, at least for now. It's unclear when the full results will actually be released. The Bexar County Elections Office says they do not anticipate any issues using its new technology and voting machines in March. Other than some reporting delays, nothing like the delays in Iowa. Our local elections office and elections administrator says their systems worked as expected last November. Election staff have also spent 2 weeks testing out those machines. And if an issue does arise, the elections administrator says there's a backup system. A side note, Iowa holds caucuses run by the political parties, not primaries overseen by election officials like we do in Bexar County.